run they want. Alex Skripek, the guy that needs more vowels in his last name. Let's go, we were fortunate to buy him a couple. He's driving the 2002 single turbo S10 pickup truck. Joined up with Kyle Buckley. Buckley has swapped an engine and 3 sets of completed. After an initial left, 363 and 126 is Alex also. Chad is retired. That'll make a drive.
Yeah, because that's clear. Well, that's just how it goes. Like, that'll look clear for sure always since you're broadcasting. It won't blur for you, but sometimes it'll lag out.
So Robert Finley built this car a couple years ago. They did Sick Ward at 62 years ago to shake it down. Then they did 66 Then a 560 dash, he goes 608 at 125 here. Alright, this, Gasser. I will take you down. Gasser. First call the lanes, I will take you. Gasser. We'll take you to the lane, please. Gasser, come on down. We will take you down. That is not going to help either one of them. Rovick was 6-0 and Jared went 5-0. I think he went 5-0-8, so no. The Canadian Willie. Now, him and his son Chris Hines joined us for the first death week. Chris was driving a Factory 5 33 Ford replica, picture car with 3 windows on board. We were building a new hot rod. His dad drove a Genie SS454 pickup truck, like a 1990 SS454 pickup truck. This was just starting to shoot on tickets this year. The Mustang, 660 and 112. Again, he lost a lot of speed. We're at 121 last time. 654, 106, Fred Hine picks up a couple tenths of a second. All right, folks, the gassers are coming. We have called them and we've got lanes full of them. Gassers are coming. Over 40 of them started the week. I think we're down to about 3 dozen left. Finnegan is the overall leader. Far behind him in the quarterly conduct. Matt Donovan is still leading gas. And Randy Quaid, who was at the very front of the lane to the bad and bougie single turbo LS 57 Chevy, is leading the Outlaw Gasser class. Yeah, the cool thing is that Luke decided, let's put together an Outlaw class. Basically, it has the look and feel of a gasser. The process the road, you must use, cast off parts and no fuel injection and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And it's cool because we got another 12 cars. Back again, just 650 PO. And that is a false start, so back it up and try it again. He must have a radio in the car, because just back to right up. But I do believe in a higher power, and I do believe that the higher power was at work. Because Brad left before Jeff Ball got all kinds of crossed up. If Bradley would have been in the lane opposite him, we might have had a collision. Because Ball came over. And Bradley, always gets the thing in there. Looks like he's just going to make a safe pass, 653 and 122. You saw him in there with big little boots. My guess is he probably looked at the starting line and went, all right, let's dial it back, let's get it A to B because I just spun the tires last time, so at least have something to turn in. That's what we would call a safe pass normally. So it looks like I have just a few A and B cars left.
Wish I'd be on this plane right now. So we'll pan over to the staging lanes. You can hear it. Okay. Staging lanes are filled with some fast gassers.
Load it and just fall coming up. So I talked about aerobic and the maple syrup, so give me a little bit of backstory of how cool it is to get to know a little bit more about these guys. So when I first met Jeff Ball on 666 last year, did you know that this guy won not one, not two, but 3 cars through Pigs? He was on Pigs 3 times and won 3 different cars. He was part of an organizational effort where they won a orange Malibu station wagon. He bought it, upgraded it.
Nice grows, okay.
Beat out a 66 GTO with now Outlaw Radio, with an Outlaw Radio driver at the time. Then Jeff went on the show on his third try with a big block Malibu and ended up being a big block 73 Camaro, so he's 160. On the motor for a 650 114. That is not a nitrous pass. So he just made a motor shot. So he has something to turn it. Looks like Royce is having problems getting the Camaro to start. Either that or they might be working on something, but it looks like change protection out of that beautiful black 66 Chevelle, and Dan Diamond will come up next. We'll give Royce a chance to fire it. Yeah, the trunk is open, so, oh, is it out of fuel? So I see a fuel truck. That would be interesting. So for those of you that have ever watched track racing, a guy by the name of Corey Galletti actually ran out of fuel during the burnout of like a $50,000 semi-final. It's like, okay, I thought I'd heard of every possible way to lose, that's a new one.
Right up here, the line. Little track cleanup here. Make sure everybody's got good traction.
Alright, so it looks like the starting line crew here at Brainerd Motorsports Park has found something on the right-hand side of the racetrack that they don't like, so they're going to attack that before we send a pair of 550 capable small tire hot rods to the starting line. Folks, we will run this pair. Then I believe it looks like Royce has got the trunk closed, so he should have the fuel to make the trip. And I see Alex has come back around into the staging lane. Alex, did you find any more valves for your last name, or are you going to just go with what you have, sir? He's probably ignoring me, which means he's going to stay with Speedback. By the way, that car has been apart and together more times than I care to count, and he even went after the heads-up game with a little bit with it running 235 tire, and he has also done Christmas tree drags with it. So it's done a little bit of everything, as a street car should.
Kind of hiding behind the telephone pole back there's Blasphemy, Mike Finnegan's ride. Sure the track's good and sticky for the next cars to come up. Looks like we're back to racing. A little bit of starting line cleanup's all done.
Alright, so it looks like the right-hand side is clear. So we're going to go ahead and fire up this pair. Looks like we have one more pair after, as Alex and Royce will stand up their blue Chevy. We'll do a classic pair Chevy. Yeah, it's weird for me to say a classic Chevy with a 79 Malibu. So Van Dyne, the car calls Betty White. By the way, this thing does awesome trailer burnouts. We did one in front of, what was it? Forget the name of it. The Force Nest on Sick Summer last year. I mean, enough where apparently it brought out a male Karen, but
Actually, surprised
I
he only
couldn't
didn't
see
burn
the
out
male
that
Karen
long.
because there was so much smoke in the way.
Normally he smokes
On the
it way out
right-hand
past
side,
the
the
start
beautiful
line.
66 Chevelle of James with touch on. This car is like
Here we
several
go.
555, 60 laps. Not sure what the combo is in it. Let's go over and take a look under the hood before he jumps on the road. That's one of the things
Oh, this
about being
Camaro's
out there.
fast.
Sometimes you don't get to go over and see the car. So James is in the police station just waiting on Dan to come in. Now both of them are there. James goes right in, so he's doing we're going 561. That's within the earshot of the 555 we ran earlier. He's really like something in the 540 range. So now the question becomes, does he take out the draw rod, or does he take the 555 and jump on the road? Because his traveling partner, Dean Anderson, has already made the run he wants. So here's where it kind of gets touchy. You don't want to hold up somebody, but you don't want to just turn in a slip you're not happy with. Now, Royce Pate. This is his second traffic drive in this car.
Not quite in the light.
I think that might be what that is. Sometimes, depending on where the turbo piping is, it can actually, because the car is shaking, it can actually make it to where it triggers the stage fault that way. When you think about it, it is a very small beam of infrared light. It can very easily get this, distorted.
Oh,
Knocks the tires in.
twice.
Still knocks the tires in. This thing has been like a fucking Bronco for him all week.
Still gets, I can't read it, 895? I don't know. The back.
All right, folks. Our last day meet.
Yeah, I think he's normally running like 137 in the Camaro.
Oh, yeah.
Alex Streetback comes up left side. The 2002 S10. Tires in. Pedals in. Stays good. Looks good. Quickly off 602 at 128 miles an hour. All right, folks, we are going to get ready for the gasser, so we're going to do a little bit of track touch-up. However, folks, if you are in the grandstands, don't move. Tom has the T-shirt cannon. He needs to know where to fire T-shirts. If you would like a T-shirt, put your hands up right now. Let Tom Bailey see where you are. Who wants a T-shirt? Put your hands up. Oh, Tom sees them. How about over there? Over here? How about right there? Folks, keep looking up. Tom is going to clear it. Wow. Okay, Tom, the regulator needs to get turned down. By the way, somebody ran to go grab the shirt. How about right here on the platform? Tom, over here on the right platform. Up We turned it down just enough. And a crowd gathers. Oh, somebody missed it. Somebody else got it.
Looked like it cleared it.
All right, who else needs one? Put your hands up. Show Tom Bailey where to send them. Where does he need to send them? Over there?
I think so.
Oh, that one came undone. We're going to have to grab that and toss it. You notice Lexi is helping him load the cannon. You have to pack those t-shirts tight in order to be able to have him have some travel distance. Then Tom gets all wound up on the regulator. He likes to shoot him over the grandstands. How about in that grandstand over there on the left? Anybody over there on a t-shirt? Put your hands up if you do. Let Tom see you. Come on, put your hands up, folks. They'll see he's going to go to the other side. And Tom throws the regulator way too tuned up. And the kids are running for the t-shirts. Wow. Did Alex Brody get that? Looks like Alex Brody grabbed it. And Thompson went over the left side and put it on the road. All right, let's try that again. Left side. All right, that one did not go on the roof, so we got to go grab it. Folks, if you like what Tom Bailey's doing, put your hands together for the man behind Sick Magazine, Tom Bailey. Let him hear ya. He's got lots of spare time. He already made a good run on the town of Vegas, so he will come back around. Maybe we'll get him to shoot some more t-shirts in just a little bit. All right, folks, it is lunchtime officially. If you'd like to grab yourself something good to eat or drink, you have multiple options. The dark red and black clothing on the left side has all kinds of options available. If you want to come over on the right-hand side, you have the Wally's Rodeo, and you also have the lemonade stand right across from it. So come on over, grab yourself something good to eat or drink while we have a few minutes so we touch up that racetrack. The gassers are coming, folks. We've got the gassers all lined up. Attention to this, folks, I have a parts call. I am looking for an LS-based water pump, an LS1-based water pump. If you have one or know where we can get one, Jeff Ball is looking for one. Hey, speaking of the big guys at Drag and Drop, there's Nick Cryer, the birthday boy. The man that just went 460 at 157 miles an hour. Nick, am I correct in assuming you're going to switch it and get on the road? Have time to sign autographs and take pictures? Perfect. I love it. All right. If you would like to go over and check out Nick Pryor's playing 33 Ford, he's going to start switching it back for the road so he can get back on the road to Huntsville and Rocket City. So go over and say hi to Nick Pryor. Check out his really cool twin-turbo hot rod. So Jeff Ball says, I need the water pump to be an LS1 design specifically. So if you have one or know we can get one, Jeff's trying a gold 4-door 67 Nova. Or come upstairs to the second floor of the town, let me know, and I will relay Jeff Ball's phone number to you so you can get a hold of him. If you have one here on property or know where we can get one, come on up and let me know, please. So we're going to finish dragging the racetrack just a little bit, and then the gassers are coming, folks. Now we have 3 gasser classes. There's A-gas, which is our quickest class. The A-gas a mix of traditional rules with a little bit of change for the safety regulation. E-gas is probably the most stringent and also the most OE-style group of rules. It's also where you will find most of our entered Southeastern Gasser Association hot rods from the side of the track. And then between Luke and Tom, they created the 3rd class known as the Outlaw Gasser class. The Outlaw Gasser class is basically the look and feel of a gasser, but it allows you to use a modern drive line. So for example, the bad Gucci 57 Chevy of Randy Quaid, he's running a turbo LS combination along with noted tuner and all-around good guy because he has a Nova, Cole Sammartino. By the way, Cole, when he is doing a drag and drive, he really likes to be called Nicholas. So if you see Cole, make sure you refer to him properly. Call him Nicholas. starting line, trying to get an idea of just how good everything looks. This is what Rovick does when he is not behind the wheel of his Oldsmobile. Rovick, how's it look? Does it look good, sir? Is it maple syrup consistency? Yep, it's good. By the way, he is secretly working on some new uses for maple syrup, folks. Don't be surprised if
you're just turning in, you see an empty track. Don't turn away just yet because the gassers are coming up next. It should be really exciting.
Not screw top, not pop top, but you need to use a can opener to get it open. Rovick actually brings a couple of them with him in the Yukon. So if you've never seen maple syrup in a can, go for out of Rovick. He'll show you what it looks like. So folks, one of the guys that will be coming up here.
Got Blasphemy.
This is his local track. This is his closest track to his home base. Overall gasser leader Mike Finnegan and Blasphemy. He'll be coming up as part of our first group. The Hemi and a Chevy. 55 Chevy with the stick shift on board. He's in our first group of gassers, so we're going to see him not too long after we get things started. He has run a best of 5:41. That is a new personal best for him. And yesterday, excuse me, not yesterday, 2 days ago, he went 5:48. Now, 5:48 would have been almost a personal best for him. His personal best before he started the week was a 47. But Finnegan has two 5:48s and a 5:41 to his credit so far over the first 4 days. Now, we were supposed to have 5, but unfortunately,
hand on the cards.
we lost Music City because we lost the Christmas tree. We had not made a full run throughout the entirety of all of our groups. So when that happens, the day does not count. And because we could not fix the timing system, that's why the day will not count. So if you go online to sickmagazine.com and you look at the results, you'll see Music City where it says cancel. That's why. We did finish out the day with flag start, which is pretty cool. But unfortunately, with the timing system, we have no way to validate it and give everybody a fair shot at the racetrack. So the crew here for Brainerd Motorsports are getting that starting line and that racetrack touched up a good amount. And it looks like we are not too far away from going into Gasser. Looks like they're actually just about ready to back the truck up. So I'm going to find out whether or not they are going to do any kind of spray or if they're just going to do a drag and then we're going to call it good. We're going to go after the gassers. But it looks like our first two, Jason Green and Randy Quinn, are all bucked up in their cars ready to go.
Standings. I don't know if it will. Maybe they can. Yeah. Alright guys, track's getting all cleaned up here. And the gassers are going to get fired up here any minute.
Looks like the starting line is just about ready. Looks like we're having a little bit of conversation up there between the crew and some of the Sick Magazine crew. You do see some cars and trucks, folks, that are jumping on the road like Amanda Ebert is already on her way. Why did I just say Ebert? Edmund, excuse me. Her and a 2003 F-150 Lightning are on their way. So there are some people who will do what we call a one and done, meaning they make the run they want, and then they'll change it over to street mode and they'll jump on the road.
And Link passed away. The Link didn't go.
Just tell them how to find it. That's all.
Yeah. I tried to post a link to the standings and don't think.
So we have seen the tractor make some laps, just waiting to see if they feel like it is good.
You can go to Sick Mag.
And if so, we'll turn the gassers loose. Folks, we appreciate each and every one of you coming out here to Brainerd Motorsports Park for day number 6 of Edelbrock Sick Smokies. Please make sure you go over and say hi to our friends at our box. They're on the right side of the racetrack next to Driven Racing Oil. Our friends at Aces. And our friends at Excess Power Batteries. They have joined us for the entire one being here. All right, gassers, slow it up, please. Gassers, slow it up, please.
Oh, they're trying to repost it.
I'm trying to pin. Never mind. I was gonna try to pin it.
All right, folks, here come the gassers. If you're not on the fence line or in the grandstand, you need to get there. Here come the gassers. Barnett across the starting line, big wheelies, dry hops, all the cool things. Gassers are here. Jason King with the big Barnett across the starting line of the wheelie pickup truck. And Randy Quay coming out of the Bad and Bougie 57 Chevy. Looks like he was having some trouble getting it to full boost during the burnout, but it was okay. Jose Martino wheeling him into the right spot. Jason King backing up very unique Willie pickup truck. Now King has done several drives with us.
That's alright.
He also has a nitrous-fed 8-second 87 model Mustang. This is the car that he likes to do the one-offs with. Should be in the 750 to 770 range. The Mad Racing car should be in the 600 to 620 range. Way down front. The total of 627 at 110, 751, 92 miles an hour. We're chasing King in the Willie. If you clap out of this, Henderson might even give you a one-wheel-up tryout. Let him know while he backs up the car. Put your hands together. Mark Connor in that beautiful 65,000 just waiting his turn. As Troy backs up the colorful 64 Nova. Henderson backs up enough. We might see him right
All right, 5 cars, 3 more races away from Mike Finnegan.
Come on, Troy, show us
Going up to the line.
There it is. That's old school gasser. That's what Troy likes to do. He wants to make sure the traction is there. His crewmate says, okay, we're good. Roll that thing on up there. He's got the old school wheelie bars on the back. And if he drops the clutch just right, he'll bring that front end up to about a foot. Left side is in. Not already. Here comes Henderson. And the Willies and the Hoopty Coop come out of the box next. Once again, put your hands together. Like the supercharged Willie. Dean Trouble is backing up on the right-hand side of the racetrack. And the 61 Falcon knows the Hoopty Coop on the left side. We might see a little dry-off as well out of Dean Trouble if he says, you know what, I'm not sure if the traction is quite there. Let's try it again. We'll see if he does something with the Willie. Meanwhile, Cody Welch with the Hoopty Coop waiting his turn, the stick-shift car. And it looks like we'll just stage him straight up and we'll go the blown Willie. A comment. that's Jeff Oppenheim. He's driving the Pontiac. He'll end up with lucky draw, 57 Chevy of Steve Perkins. See if he gets the big burnout again out of Jeff Oppenheim. Once again, Jeff Oppenheim doing a nice big burnout in the Pontiac. Folks, if you did not know, the lucky draw 57 Chevy on the right side, that's Steve Perkins. Hit from Finnegan Feed and Marine in a giveaway that he did. Therefore, the AKA lucky draw. We got this car immediately put it in the caster category at Sickly earlier this year. Now, Jeff Oppenheim is a long-time drag and drive competitor. He has a turbo car state ticket in the quarter mile El Camino, but he built this Pontiac last year for 666. I'll go 942, 74 miles an hour. Cooking to 1095, 55 miles an hour. How about a man 55 Chevy folks, Mike Finnegan and Jack Weatherford. They're next. We'll see Joe Colgate, Finnegan just in the right spot he wants him in. Chris says, let's do the burnout. Finnegan driving the blast of the 55 model Chevy that he originally built on the TV show known as Roadkill. It was actually originally a YouTube show and then started making its way to mainstream TV. Finnegan is based in nearby Georgia. And he has been the 541 and hopes the overall lead in not only the gas division as a whole, but also the A-gas class. The lineup is Dick Weatherford. The car he calls the Beast. The 55 Chevy, and Luke and Ricky did a really nice transition of two-lane blacktop with the car. Pretty good, and Echo follow at 788, 94 miles an hour. That's a good first run for Finnegan, but we might see him back for a second shot. That brings up number 2 in class. This is Robbie Rice of the disorderly conduct of Chevy Nova. Robbie will line up here opposite Mike Smith. Smith, along with his dad, during the drive in their Plan B car. This is the 1962 Buick Skylark. Now, when they bought the car, it had no rear floor in it. Meaning there's no, we have to be able to transport all the stuff you need from track to track, so they took a 55-minute section in, and that's the recess you see in the trunk with to hold the tires. Smith goes 782, 87 miles an hour in the Buick, so Robbie will keep the pressure on Mike Finnegan. Finnegan currently has a time split quicker than him by 600 of a second. That's your number 1 and number 2 in A-gas. Here comes another satisfied car. This is Adam Kerr on the right-hand side. He'll be up next. And he'll line up with the Willie. Nick Cadori in the third one. Folks, when you have the time slip that you are ready to turn in, competitors, listen up, when you have the time slip that you are ready to turn in, you can go to the orange tent that is located by the manufacturer midway and right into the Six-Mag merchandise trailer on the right side of the racetrack. The boy driving the Willie, known as Jinx, is a 41 car that's with no cut size. Kerr is driving the six-shift 56 Victoria on the right side. This is going to Priscilla taking in from the six-shift line. You ready?
Thanks, Stu. fixing my
99 miles
bed.
an hour, 734 at 94 miles an hour on the opposite side. So left side, 674.99. Right side, 734 at 94 miles an hour. That'll bring up half baked and dry-bone sticks. That's inside the half-baked multicolored first generation Nova. That's Tim Irwin's ride. Irwin put this car together. He liked the way the gas and stuff was going. He decided to build himself one. The multicolored hot rod will line up next to the very patina 67 Tempest wagon of Eric Buckner. He built this car along with two of his friends that is 28-powered, tow-rammed, 67 Tempest wagon. He made 0 runs, ever averaged the and that girl will do 71 at 89 miles an hour, 793, 87 miles an hour.
The gatekeeper for
Tim Irwin's Nova.
What else?
Gatekeeper.
The big burnout on the right side for Jeff 6 in the 63 model Studebaker. Folks, if you appreciate what the gassers are doing with the big long burnouts in the dry house, put their hands together, let them hear you as they back up. Victor has gone on 3 different guys with 3 different hot rods. He started with his pickup truck, then 75 model Camaro. This is a new car, 63 model Studebaker Lark. We were on it with Rob Teepy. The beautiful 58 model Corvette, the supercharged metal slick roof hot rod. 679 at 108, 762 at 91 miles an hour for Jeff.
Are they only letting them rock once, or?
Here comes our intern, the 54 model Stude on the right side, and the 54 Nova station wagon on the left-hand side. Patrick Ellenberger comes up the
Jake's
outside,
is
that
back.
64 Nova wagon.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
And Johnny Royal. Royals is driving the 54
Bennett's really- oh, wait,
Stude
maybe
on the
not.
right side.
Yeah.
Posted up. I think they posted it up.
And Ellenberger will get around at
He went back
738 outside at 92 miles an hour,
Maybe they're gonna let all the
779
seats run
and
and then
87
they're
miles an
gonna
hour on the right side
Probably packing
for
shoes.
Johnny Royal. Up, I hear the Sick Magazine barbecue hot dog ice cream truck moving. Once again, competitors, if you have the time slip you're ready to turn in, the booth is located on the right side of the racetrack, right next to the Sick Magazine merchandise trailer. Here goes our next there.
Not playing full
The
swing.
Heavy and a T-Bird, the 55 T-Bird left side has got a Gen 3 fuel injection Heavy on board with the stack injection. This game with Kowski. Kowski will line up next to Unwanted over on the right-hand side of the racetrack. That is, I believe, yep, that's who it is, Mark Height in the 63 Studebaker.
Oh, yeah.
And the Chevy will get there in front of the T-Bird will get there in front of the Studer. Kowski goes 797, 866 on the right side for the Studebaker. Here comes the 3872 on the right side of Matt in the steel running 39-2. Once again, folks, if you like what the gases are doing for you, put reacted and decided to replace the rust with a colorful paint job, and the carbon should bust on the door. This is your current leader in the B-gas class. As Donovan sees up next to the stone of the B-gas dug on the door of the 39 Chevy Coupe of Michael White. Michael White goes 738, nearly 9 miles an hour, 606 for Donovan. That's his best run of the week. So that will be a one and done at 112. Here comes the last penny of Jeremy Bonnet and the 55 Chevy. Tanya going to come up and back him into his own backup pickup girl. A very noted part of the gasser combination. We only have a couple of them, but we do appreciate them getting into the full view and the full idea of how the gassers originally work with the fly-ups and the backup girls. The Zodiac family has been dragging guys for quite a while. This car has been deep in the nines on the quarter-mile standard. Zodiac has been in the 620, 630 range most of the week with the Brainerd 55 Chevy with the very correct stripe roof. And it's got the mailbox scoop on it. That is by intention, folks. It wasn't a spare. They did that on purpose. Now, Jeremy Bonnet driving the 33 Willys on the left side, known as Last Penny. He was your winner of the gasser category in Sickles. Ran in the 878 range on the quarter mile. He has been in the 565-70 range so far, which puts him in the number 3 spot in the 8 gasser class right now. Attention to this, I need a 4-bolt 102mm throttle body gasket. A gasket for a 102mm 4-bolt throttle body. Maybe I go 642 at 107. A very respectable run for both of them. We might see them both fast, but both of them did make a good run now. Not only over next there, the flaky flyer, and the back left Corvette. Don Mortar on the left in the back left Corvette. Anna driving the flaky flyer on the right side. So Don Moore driving the very cool Gen 1 Corvette. You'll see the Hillborn back ejection. That was a very cool thing that was used from the 60s into probably I'd say about late 80s. Now there's a lot of ejection units that are very unique and parallel, and then there's the all over the place style when you see through the bubble scoop for Don Moore. Now Frank Diana, that doesn't mean Frank and his wife Diana. That's actually Frank's last name. His wife Ashley is videoing behind him on the Flaky Flyer station wagon. At 866, 81 miles an hour for Don Boyer on the left side. Here comes the oil grinder, folks. This is Reggie Moore. Reggie doing lots of big wheel stands in the organ grinder, 1934. This thing is always a hoot when it comes to a drag and drive. All right, up next to the first generation Chevy 2 Nova called Underfunded. As Reggie has already had himself quite a week in the Model A Ford. He was doing tryouts in the first couple days, and unfortunately you see it has a different front wheel on the right side than it does on the left-hand side. As Roy had some problems that actually touched the tree Bobby Bell's Nova. Should be a nice big lift and they drop the clock. And it They go 79 and 84 miles an hour in the sketchy Model A. Bobby Bell goes 770 and 88 miles an hour. Sometimes Reggie Moore's car makes a nice, clean, straight arrow pass, and then sometimes he needs to saw the steering wheel quite a bit. Alright, here comes our next pair, folks. The 51 Chevy Fleetline, the 64 Starfire Oldsmobile. Zach Holtier is driving the Oldsmobile on the right-hand side, the four-door Snowmeister. On the left-hand side, the Blue Streaker, Tim Brown, making the trip from the West Coast. It's a 51 Chevy Fleetline. 783, 89 miles an hour, 880 and 82 miles an hour for the four-door.
There we go.
Folks, how about a couple of very cool and unique gasser pickup trucks? The Bucket List Mob, they have two cars out here. This is their F100 pickup truck. They'll line up next to the 1971 model pickup truck on the opposite side. Mike Wiles is driving right side. Consider how heavy these vehicles are, as well as of a brick, and I think the brick just called and said don't insult it like that. Our next pair will bring up the 1961 model pickup truck and a very unique and rare 63 AMC wagon. By the way, I've already gotten told that apparently somebody on property wants to buy that AMC wagon. And it looks like the track crew is going to go down there and take a look at everything real quick. And I think we saw some gas or possibly some fluid coming out of the Bucket List Mob's hot rod. Now folks, most people will take a scooter or they will walk over to the Sick Smokies booth to drop off their time to Latanya. Luckily we have enough space here to where if you would like to drive your vehicle over, as Steve just did with the Lucky Draw gasser, we can just fly over and drop off your time to Latanya. I'm not quite sure if Tanya offers, drive-through window service. Not quite sure if she does that quite yet. Dirk says no. Alright folks, so while we are waiting for the racetrack to take a look at everything on the right-hand side, I have been told that the Lit Fire pizza option is now available on the left side of the racetrack. So if you have not had breakfast or lunch for that matter yet, go grab yourself
dinosaur gear. Back to racing.
Little baby blue pickup truck on the right-hand side comes up next. That is Mike Hatfield. He'll line up next to Randy Sparks. Sparks driving the 1963 AMC wagon. It's a pretty rare combination. He actually wrote me quite a bit about the wagon. See, if I was a professional, I would have already highlighted the red, but I'm not. I just kind of walk and chew gum at the same time and look up to Andy Mike. Pretty cool side-by-side battle here. And the pickup truck will notch the lead, 939, 77 miles an hour. The AMC of Sparks goes 973 miles an hour. So Richard Sparks told me that he fell in love with gassers and that's a pretty unique and interesting choice. By the way, he only paid $5,800 for that AMC Rambler wagon. I kind of need to find out what year that was. He says it was all stock with a 287 cubic inch AMC V8, a four-corner V11 automatic, and a torque tube rear with 40. With the recessed trunk for the sled, 789, 86 miles an hour. Mark Conoco, 761, the Blue 65 Falcon at 93 miles an hour. There goes the early supercars out riding the hoop with the Houston Lanes and doing it again. Eric Wagner in the Dry-Bone 67 Tempest with a copper Tow-Ram Pontiac engine on board. He'll line up next to Nick Cadori, the 1941 Willys known as Jinx.
Bailey's out.
Nick Cadori 775 at 100 miles an hour in Jinx, 776 at 89 miles an hour for Eric Beckner in Dry Bones. That brings up the gatekeeper, 58 Corvette. Spring Flyer brings up on a 659, go 652 at 104, 643 at 106 for Rob and the Corvette on the left side. Looks like we have a couple of A&D cars and one gasser. At this time, I will take C Group. C is a Chrysler. C is a camshaft. C Group, I will take you to the lane, please. C Group. C Group, I will take you to the lane, please. C Group. C Group, I will take you to lanes. My A and B group and gasser, their lanes are now closed. A and B group, as well as gasser, their lanes are now closed. Do not enter the staging lanes. A and B group, as well as gasser, their lanes are now closed.
All right, well, that's it for the gassers. We're going to end the live stream here. Thanks for watching.